Right, let's move on then. What is my bad point, Thorin? Well, my bad point, Thorin, is this is also going to be incredibly on point. But I think now, to tie into Hawker's first point, if there was ever a moment we have to have this conversation, hopefully one more time, it is now. My bad point is Virtus.pro. Am I the only one? This is one of the most jarring teams I've ever seen in CS history because it does this thing to me where I call it the on-paper hypnotic effect, Hawker, which is every single tournament Virtus.pro plays, and I go to the HLTV match page, or I go to the Liquipedia tournament page, the second I see their lineup, my brain goes, this has to be a top 8 team. Look at the lineup. I keep thinking, Flaming Fit, Jim, they were in that Outsiders. Then you have fucking Electronic. He's goated, mate. Remember how sick he is? Then you have fucking Norbert, who's actually like one of the most improved players in CS2 and was also in the winning. Like, you look at it, and every time, no matter how many ways I think about it, even when I think of the matches, by the way, even in their matches, they can get to 3 maps against anyone. They can beat almost no one in 3 maps. It's actually unbelievable. This team does like just enough to make you not go, it's complete shit, fire everyone. But they never do enough to actually make you go, there's something there. And so it's one of the most bizarre rosters I've ever seen because on paper, the GM killed it, by the way. On paper, if this was Football Manager Hawker, whoever's playing this save did the most insane GMing job I've ever seen in the Russian scene. This lineup should actually, on paper, remember, they're all major winners. This lineup should actually be like top 3 in the world. Like on paper, by the way, this actually be better than Spirit. What are we talking about? But they are so irrelevant to World Counter-Strike. It is actually pathetic. And at this major, that's why people don't get it. This major, this result, this specific one wasn't about Wildcard. Wildcards was when they won the last one. That was them. This was about VP. How the fuck can 5 major winners lose to Wildcard in a BL3 like that? That is actually absolutely insane to me. So I want to know what you guys think of this squad. Because like I said, we've done it a million times, but I hope this is the last time. I hope this is going to be a big shuffle after this. We've got all the money, supposedly. But another lineup, by the way, that's just run its course. It's had every chance. They've even done all the things you've heard of, the trying things with Jay. By the way, I have to say, in interviews, they make it clear they're trying stuff. They fired their coach. They've switched things around, but it's just never worked. And by the way, you look also what they've done to those players. My God, they have absolutely tanked the stock of Fame and Flip. By the way, 2 of the most promising players of the end of 2022. Flip, by the way, is secretly a player that should have been a HLTV top 20 player last year. It's just the team wasn't good enough to give him the placings. So it's actually insane. They've actually, the whole team is almost like, this is the ultimate less than some of their parts team. I've never seen a team this bad with a roster this good. It's crazy. Thoughts, boys?
Yeah. I think the thing that I always had when this team was made was just that Jame and Electronic as a combo, I think you just get the worst of both worlds. Where you have James' style, and then I think Electronic's a pretty big voice. But Electronic now, like, we don't really get the entry success of Electronic because they don't really do it enough. But then it seems like James tried to lean away from his style, partly because it's CS2 and it's probably not as good to play that like crazy passive style. And to be honest, I always felt like it was kind of a bit overrated in general. It's like everyone wanted to believe, oh, this guy's just figured out CS, man. He's next level.
Chess master.
Come on, guys. No, he's just willing to play really boring, and I don't think that's actually like good. I think it's just other people get bored of it and sick of it. But anyway, I also think weirdly on this team, like, you're right with the stocks of the players being low, and I also think that's partly because like the players have almost lost their identities a little bit. I'm like, I remember like on this team, I feel like Flit's gone from between being like an aggressive rifler to being a passive rifler. Like it's really weird. Like Fame, I remember when they won the major, he was doing like a lot of entry rounds and actually on Mirage, like getting loads of entries. And now it seems like he's like kind of a lurker on this team. It's like the roles feel like they've like shifted around so much. So I don't think the players have like had a chance to really show themselves. So yeah, I don't know how you fix this team because it does feel like a leadership problem, but I don't know where you go beyond Jame because I don't think I want Electronic to in-game lead either.
No, that's the craziest thing if you think about it. Normally when you have like a super team on paper, you only need one change because it's a super team. It could activate. But you're right, the biggest problem is it's the Cadian scenario in Team Liquid. If you fire Jame, you've just fired your AWPer and your IGL. That's all. Like, what do you do? What do you think, Maui? Everyone knows you're in on this team. So what do you think of them?
Well, I'm gonna reveal something that technically isn't mine to reveal, but in a way it is mine to reveal, and you'll understand.
Where's this going?
Because Electronic told Blair at I Am Cologne how hard it is to teach these guys what he wants to do. But the reason I can reveal this is because when Electronic approached Bleh, he said, Maui Snake, I have to tell you.
Oh! Hey,
So
you know what? Do you know what's sad, Maui? On one level, that's actually like an ego stroke because he knows you and he's trying to talk to you. On the other side, he doesn't know actually what you look like and literally plays Indian. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like he looks similar. Like, he doesn't really look at all like you. But that is, in some ways, that is straight fire. That's a great anecdote. And I agree with you. In a way, you are right, Maui. Logically, you're allowed that information. He was trying to give it to you. He just sent it to the wrong address, didn't he? I know.
Exactly.
Imagine being Blair as well, by the way. Like, hey, Maui. Fuck it. Just go, yeah, what? I'll tell him.
And then he still just tells him the information anyways under this false pretense.
Electronic, Blair's working majors and everything, mate. Tune in once, for fuck's sake. It's not like he's on ESL Challenger every event, is he? Yeah, fucking hell, come on.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was too good to keep inside. I had to let the community know about that one.
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.